Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Alina, and today I'm going to be talking about community gardens and the power and benefits that they have on the community and our society as a whole. Living in a time where we're disconnected from each other because of our perception of status, materialism, our selfishness, and also being boxed up in our individual homes and our individual cars and by our own phones, we can find ourselves very disconnected from other people and oftentimes even developing social anxiety because we're not exposed to communicating with the community around us. We've seen it time and time again on television shows where people in their homes avoid talking to their neighbors. And we see it within ourselves and our friends where we find it easy to place judgment on others. We also live in a time where a lot of people find it very hard to access organic food, raw foods that are nutrient dense, and healthy foods that are affordable for them. And what I want to present to you today is, for a complex issue, a seemingly sort of simple solution, and that is community gardens. So first off, what is a community garden? A community garden is a plot of land where a group of people can come and grow fruits, vegetables, and other ornaments, either privately, individually, or as a group. You can see them on school campuses, in elementary schools, in the middle of urban neighborhoods, and all over the world. So in this video, I just want to go over some of the many benefits there are to having community gardens, and hopefully I can inspire you to look for one in your neighborhood or maybe create one yourself. And you know what? Wait until I get to carbon footprints and the nutritional benefits and the education that there is for students and people from every walk of life. Food in the United States travels up to 1,300 miles from farm to fork and changes hands over half a dozen times before it gets to the consumer. Fruits and vegetables sold in supermarkets spend from 7 to 14 days in transit. And along the way, up to 50% of that produce is lost in spoilage. Locally grown food reduces or completely eliminates transit time, and it not only helps with reducing waste, but it also helps with reducing our carbon emissions. So community gardens offer amazing opportunities for people, from college students to new immigrants to elderly people who want to find activities to do, to even depressed and mentally ill patients, where they offer entrepreneurship, education, and employment opportunities for everyone in the surrounding area. A recent study actually found that in comparison to barren neighborhoods or neighborhoods that are more consistent of concrete and not as much nature, to those who live in the vicinity of a garden or community garden, they are more likely to interact with their neighbors and thus help with community building and community education. Even in New York, under the Association of Green Thumb, they've seen gardeners from over 45 different countries being involved in the community gardens. And moving on to my favorite part, the health benefits of a community garden. So community gardens provide fresh, nutrient-dense, traditional produce to low-income neighborhoods where they otherwise would have had a much harder time to access these things. Increased consumption of organic food reduces the exposure of harmful chemicals and pesticides that are normally found in conventional fruits and vegetables at the supermarket. Not only that, but when you're eating local organic food, you're cutting out the preservatives that are usually added to fresh or so-called fresh fruits and vegetables when they are transported over time. Community gardens add beauty to the city, and they heighten people's appreciation for living things. They also restore oxygen to the air and reduce air pollution through the oxygen exchange in the leaves and other plants within the community garden. Multiple studies have shown that community gardens provide the community with an outlet for mental recoveries. It offers a place for people to improve their outlook of life and satisfaction. It helps us to cope with and recover from stress. It improves our ability to recover from illness and injury, restores concentration, and builds productivity. And besides being an awesome way to exercise, gardening actually has been proven to motivate people to stay active longer than other activities. Community gardens actually can increase neighborhood surveillance, or eyes on the street, than many other activities, bringing people out of their homes and more out in the open for others to see. Community gardens are actually recognized by many police departments as an effective way of community crime prevention strategies. Community gardens can serve as an outdoor classroom for the youth, providing many valuable skills. These can involve practical math, communication, responsibility, and coordination. This also allows them to learn about the importance of community, stewardship, and environmental responsibilities. When combined with science education, gardening can be an effective way for students to learn through experimental activities. In fact, in a study done in Los Angeles on middle schoolers who were African American and Hispanic, they showed a dramatic improvement in science processing skills when they were taken from a traditional science classroom to a classroom that involved a community garden as well. I hope this video is informative to you, and I hope that you learned something and maybe were inspired to either get involved in a community garden, maybe get your parents involved, or your younger brothers or sisters involved, or maybe some of your elders that need something to do, and maybe bring you out into the sunlight, you around more plants and things that are edible and organic and more cost effective. I hope you have an awesome week, and I'll see you next week. I'm Alina Alive, sending you love and light, and have an awesome day. Oh, and if you want, don't forget to subscribe. And I have other videos I'm going to put up right here, so check them out. All right, bye!